गुड मॉर्निंग। आज हम लोग बात करेंगे प्रिवेंशन ऑफ फूड एडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट। The Food Adulteration Bill was passed in the Parliament in the year September 1954, and it came into force in the year 1955. So now this act is known as the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act of 1954. So first and foremost thing which we discuss about in this is the adulterant. So adulterant means any material which is used or could be employed for the purpose of adulteration. So adulterant is a thing which is used to is the alternative material which is used. Secondly, adulterated. What is adulterated? An article of food shall be deemed to be adulterated if the article is sold by a vendor which is not in the nature, substance, or quality demanded by the purchaser, or is prejudiced, or is not in the nature, substance, the quantity which it purports to be represented to be. So now, anything which we buy has a reputation to keep. So now we have the ISI marks, we have certain indicators which we see on different products which says that this particular product has passed this particular test. So this is the standard rule. So now if you are getting or you are paying for a particular substance, for a particular product, you are thereby very sure of what is the quality, what are the ingredients which are mentioned, and same ingredients are present in the product itself. But if those ingredients are not present, but what have been mentioned, they are not present, but instead of those substances, there are substances which are of inferior quality and they have been just mentioned, but they do not find place in the actual product, that is called the adulterated product. Secondly, what it has been said is that if the article contains any other substance which affect, or it article is so possessed as the effect injuriously the nature, substance, or quality thereof. Third, if any inferior or cheaper substance has been substituted wholly or in part of the article, so the effect of injures the nature, substance, quality thereof. So anything which has been mentioned but it has been changed with some of the things which are of cheap quality, which affects the quality, which are of inferior products, which changes the quality, these are the things which are called the adulterated substances. And if the substance is adulterated, the person who has adulterated that particular thing shall be punished accordingly. Okay, so this whole thing revolves around the adulterated and the what is adulteration. Secondly, what it says, it formulates and monitors the standard of quality and purity of food, and emphasis on the prevention of adulteration of food, this particular act. Third is it is the basic structure intended to protect the common consumer against the supply of adulterated foods. Thirdly, it makes provision for the prevention of adulteration of food and lays down that no person shall be involved in the adulteration of food or in the adulteration industry, and he should be accordingly punished for making that particular substance adulterated one. It has a yardstick to ascertain adulteration. Fourth, it is not in the nature, substance, and quality which the food ought to be. What we have seen in India is that for the packaged food there is the ISI mark that gives you the certification that the food is of certain quality. But many a times what we see in the normal shops, that they have not been certified. So they are randomly certified by one or the other SDMs. What we see in the news, that they took the koa from this particular shop, they took the milk from this particular shop, and they have been sent to the forensic laboratory for such verification if that product is right or not, or it is or for certain quantity or quality or not. Next, it has written that it contains any other substance which affects, if the article is so processed so as to affect injuriously the nature and substance and the quality of food. You will remember Maggie. Maggie was found with lead content, which was not mentioned in the ingredient, but still it was found in the Maggie packet. So now that is something which is a food adulteration, and the Nestle was accordingly fined for those things, though there was nothing which happened, or there was no health hazard, or the person did not die because of them. So they did not were not extremely prosecuted, but they had to come up with the compensation. They were banned for some of the days, and only after the certification went and the lead was found out of those products, and the products which were seized and which contained the lead content, with lead content, they were not allowed to be sold in the market. So that is one of the things that they have to maintain the quality of the product. Secondly, even if there is ISI branding or the food certification, then also we can check for it. What the your seniors are doing right now, they are checking the milk from various products, and they are trying to establish whether they have certain ingredient which are harmful for our health or not. So there are some of the products which are the packaged milk are also getting some of the things which is not or should not be found in the milk product, but they still are being found. So it is still in the investigative stages. We'll see what happens. Nextly, what we have seen is in cases where the you go to a mithai dukan or mithai dukan से कोई खोआ लिया आपने, they do not maintain the quality. They are just opening the shop, and the government or the agency or the municipal agency is responsible for giving them licenses and also checking them, but every day कोई तो check करता नहीं है. So now they are randomly checked, and randomly check होने से क्या होता है, one fine day one SDM came and said that यहाँ का खोआ जो है इसको फॉरेंसिक जांच के लिए भेजो, और फॉरेंसिक जांच जब तक नहीं होता है तब तक इस दुकान को बंद रखो. अब क्या होगा, फॉरेंसिक जांच के लिए गया और वो खाने के लिए ठीक नहीं पाया गया, तब they will be fined for selling adulterated food, which is, and they will be fined accordingly, and also the person who is involved can be imprisoned. Seventh, it contains inferior or cheap substances that affect the nature and quality of food. दूध प्रोडक्ट बनता है, we get most of the consumption supply of our goods from the cows and other dairy animals, but there are some of the people who are involved in the manufacture of this milk by using oil, shampoo and other things which are very dangerous for health. Similarly, with the paneer, when we have received large quantities of orders of paneer, I cannot supply paneer in all the marriages and all the receptions. Then what I do is, many a times what they do is that they will get involved in some of the other methods of making paneer involving blotting paper, and that are basically plastic paneer, which is very bad for our health. So these are the things which we see, that there are adulteration which happens, and these things like the शादी ब्याह पार्टी, इसमें जो भी पनीर सप्लाई होता है इसका कोई क्वालिटी चेक नहीं होता है, और इस क्वालिटी चेक नहीं होने के कारण हमने देखा है कि काफ़ी लोग इस फूड एडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट से बच जाते हैं. बट they can, whoever has the catering license, who are supplying in the शादी ब्याह रिसेप्शन में कोई भी सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, they can be randomly checked and be prosecuted under the Food Adulteration Act. Any constituent of food is removed so as to affect injuriously the nature, quality and substance of the food. जैसे कि आपने कभी कुछ पहले सुना होगा कि कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स में इंसेक्टिसाइड मिला था. Now that is one of the serious things which was found. अब से इंसेक्टिसाइड आया कहाँ से? पता चला कि जहाँ पे ये कोको कोला या पेप्सी मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहा था, और वहाँ पे जो अंडरग्राउंड वाटर था, इट सेल्फ हैड फर्टिलाइजर कंटेंट, बिकॉज द फर्टिलाइजर विच वॉज गिवन इन द farms or the cultivating area the water after rainfall drained as underground water, and this underground water was again used for packaging of was a main ingredient for making this Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So there was a high content of insecticide in these aerated or soft drink, and for that purpose they were banned for certain days, and they were asked to change the location of that particular aerated drinks from that place, so the insecticide level should be contained, and after the insecticide level came down, then only that product were uh, given the license to bring back the business. If prepared, packed and stored under unsanitary conditions. So what we see is like the government by its food inspectors and other person can go into random restaurants and see what is the nature of sanitizing condition in that kitchen. जनरली आप कहीं पे भी खाने देखने जाते होंगे रेस्टोरेंट्स में, जो उनका किचन है, किचन में मेनली लिखा होता है नो एंट्री, नो एडमिशन, ओनली स्टाफ एंट्री. ये क्यों लिखा होता है? क्योंकि वो आपको दिखाना नहीं चाहते हैं कि उनका किचन कैसा होता है. दो नाउ द फूड इंस्पेक्टर्स एंड द पर्सन हु आर एक्चुअली इन्वॉल्व और देयर ड्यूटी इज टू चेक द रेस्टोरेंट्स एंड अदर थिंग्स, दे हैव कैन गो इनसाइड एंड चेक कि वहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है. सिमिलरली इन हॉस्टल्स एंड अदर प्लेसेस ऑल्सो द फूड इंस्पेक्टर्स मेक अ sudden entry, and they can see whether the quality of the food which is being served in the hostels is of the appropriate nature, proper hygienic conditions are being maintained or not. Also they can check the ingredients which has been mentioned are supplied or not. जनरली क्या होता है कि आप जब देखेंगे मिड डे मील में जो भी खाने का ऑर्डर मिलता है, तो वही क्वालिटी ऑफ फूड दिया जा रहा है कि नहीं. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि सब स्टैंडर्ड फूड दिया जा रहा है. दीज आर ऑल्सो कैन बी चेक अंडर द फूड एडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट. It contains a filthy, disgusting, rotten, decomposed substance of a diseased animal or vegetable substance, or is insect infected or otherwise unfit for human consumption. ऐसा अगर कोई भी चीज़ मिलेगा, it is also said to be adulterated, and the raw products which are being used वो भी सही क्वालिटी का है या नहीं है. बिकॉज अगर कोई पर्सन है, ठेकेदार है कोई हॉस्टल का, और वो चाहता है कि कोई भी सड़ा गला खाना खिला दो क्योंकि 100 डिग्री में तो बनेगा ही, और उससे क्या कहते हैं जम्स मर ही जाएगा, तो ऐसा खाना खिला दो. तो ऐसा नहीं है. फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट अगर ठीक भी होगा, वी हैव टू सी दैट द रॉ मटेरियल्स विच इज़ यूज इज ऑल्सो ऑफ अ गुड क्वालिटी. इफ नॉट, देन द पर्सन कैन बी पनिश्ड अंडर द फूड एडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट. द आर्टिकल is obtained from a deceased animal. The article contains a poisonous ingredient or the poisonous ingredient or any ingredient injurious to health. कोई भी अगर प्रोडक्ट है वो डिजीज एनिमल का तो नहीं है. जैसे कि अगर अभी बर्ड फ्लू चल रहा हो और अगर आप बर्ड फ्लू में किसी को चिकन खिला दो, दैट विल बी समथिंग विच इज़ नॉट अलाउड. और द बिकॉज द चिकन विच इज़ बीइंग sold at a very low price, and you are actually keeping these chickens, and then you are using those things at a later point of time, because आप कभी भी रेस्टोरेंट में जाते, you are not served fresh chickens because they preserve it in their freezer for lots of days. So अगर आप फ्रेशनेस की बात करें, then the chickens or the meat product should not be freezed for a very long period of time. So these are also coming under the फूड एडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट. मैनी टाइम अभी एक रांची में ही कहीं पे मिला था शायद, जहाँ पे बताया गया कि चिकन जो था वो 2 महीने पुराना था और जो फंगस लग गया था चिकन में, बट देवर स्टिल बीइंग सर्व टू द कस्टमर. दैट इज़ अ वायलेशन ऑफ दीज ingredients which has been mentioned in the food adulteration act. पॉइजनस इंग्रेडिएंट और एनी अदर इंग्रेडिएंट इंजूरियस टू हेल्थ. तो अगर आप कोई भी ऐसा इंग्रेडिएंट दे रहे हैं विच इज़ पॉइजनस और विच इज़ इंजूरियस टू हेल्थ, एक्सपायर किया हुआ मटेरियल खिला रहे हैं, या फिर कुछ भी ऐसा चीज़ है जो कि हमारे शरीर के लिए अच्छा नहीं है, दीज आर कॉल्ड दिस कैन ऑल्सो बी पर्सन कैन बी बुक्ड अंडर फूड एडल्ट्रेशन एक्ट. The container renders the food injurious to health. Now this is also one of the things which has been mentioned कि आप अगर कोई भी फूड प्रोडक्ट दे रहे हैं, बहुत बार देखते थे हम लोग कि प्लास्टिक के थैले में गर्म चीज़ को बांध के दे देते थे, विच इज़ अ वेरी bad thing, because that is plastic is one of the major cancer causing agents, and if you are doing that particular thing, then it is a very injurious thing and you should not be practicing those things. So the container and other things should also be packaged in a proper manner, and also the container in which these things are served, like in the hostels or say in a restaurants and other thing, they are properly washed, sanitized, hygienic condition has also to be checked. It contains excessive or prohibited colors. नाउ दैट इज़ यू आर वेरी familiar with कि कभी हम खाने जाते हैं उसमें हम लोग हाथ में बहुत ज़्यादा कलर लिखता है, तो कलर समवॉट इज it's done, it's fine, because people do it for the food to look delicious, that is fine, but it should not be with more than a permissible limit. And it contains excessive or prohibited preservatives देते ही हम लोग खाने में, but that should not exceed a particular quantity, and it does not satisfy the standards prescribed by the authorities. So now if there the standards which has been prescribed by the authorities, like if a hostel has been prescribed that you have to give say 100 calories of food to particular every student, and that particular food quality is not of the standard, then also that the person can be punished because they have not been following the instruction of the Food Adulteration Act. So any person who is found in contravention of these things can be said that the food is being adulterated, and for the adulteration of food they must be punished. So now the maximum punishment which has been prescribed under this is not as good as compared to the other western countries, because in western countries, in US, the punishment is exorbitant. Like if you are involved in food adulteration, then you will be punished for 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. But in India, as we see, that punishment is not exorbitant. So now next what we see is the government of India has promulgated PFA rules which supplies the following detail: qualification, duties and functions of food analysts, food inspectors and central food laboratory. So these people are primarily involved in checking the food quality: food analysts, food inspectors, and also the central food laboratory. So the things which are seized are also sent to the food laboratory for its checking, that they have been following the necessary ingredient, they have been using the right ingredients or not. Procedure for drawing test samples and sending them to the product to the analyst and the laboratory. So they have their own device how to check those things. Food inspectors, by visiting the particular places, they take the samples, how the samples has to be taken, they have already been trained. Specification for the identity and purity of food, know how to check the quality of the food. Similarly, when we see the IRCTC food में कौन सा फूड का क्वालिटी कैसा है, हम बहुत बार ख़राब खाना मिलता है, वो सब का कैसे चेक किया जाएगा, these are also to be checked. Also the nature of the raw material used, अगर आप खाना देख रहे हैं तो खाने में चावल जो मिला हुआ है, तो चावल कैसा रॉ प्रोडक्ट यूज़ किया गया है, और द रोटी बना है तो आटा कैसा यूज़ किया गया, these are also need to be checked. Tolerance for contaminants, preservatives, emulsifiers and other additives. So now these are the contaminants. If you are using water, कैसा water आप use कर रहे हैं, चाय बना रहे हैं, चाय का पानी कहाँ से ला रहे हैं, these are also some of the things which has to be checked, because if not checked, these will cause uh, some of the illness in the people, and the if this railway caterers, they will be coming under this purview of the prevention of food adulteration. Even mere addition to salt to the chili powder make it injurious to health, as it was considered adulterated within the meaning of the subclause M of section clause 1a of the section 2 of the ground, that the quantity and the purity of the article shall below prescribed standard. So now this is one of the things that समझिए कि अगर कोई चिली पाउडर में थोड़ा नमक डाल के उसका वेट बढ़ा दे रहे हैं, देन इट ऑल्सो कम द परव्यू ऑफ एन अडल्ट्रेटेड प्रोडक्ट. वैसे ही अगर आप समझिए अगर अच्छे क्वालिटी ऑफ राइस में अगर हम 100 ग्राम ख़राब राइस मिला देते हैं तो हो सकता है कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा, लेकिन दैट विल बी कमिंग अंडर द prohibition which has been mentioned, and it will be called to be an adulterated product because that product is not of the proper quality. So there are some of the ingredients which we have seen that these comes under the definition of adulteration. Similarly, अगर 1 किलो दाल में हम 50 ग्राम कंकड़ मिला देते हैं, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो फूड एडल्ट्रेशन, एंड दैट इज़ कमिंग अंडर द दिस परव्यू, एंड दैट पर्सन कैन बी punished for doing that thing, because if you look into the larger quantities of kankad milane ka, then that will be a huge profit they are making. Next is the liquor is used an article used as a drink and is meant for human consumption, and the purposes of Prevention of Food Adulteration Act is included in the definition of food under clause 5 of section 2, state of Himachal Pradesh versus Rajaram, which has liquor is also been said that it is coming under the definition of food in this state of Himachal Pradesh versus Rajaram. So these are some of the examples which we have seen that this is called the food adulteration. What is the food adulteration, and what are the precautions that has to be taken, and what are the things which may be called as a food adulteration, and what are the who are the persons who are responsible for checking the food adulteration, and what are the necessary steps taken to prevent food adulteration. The punishment which is prescribed, as I have already told, that is not as great as the punishment which is prescribed for the other western countries, which is a very big offense in these countries. In India, the punishment, the maximum punishment which has been prescribed is for 3 years. So again, which we see is that food adulteration act, there are reasonable fines for other things, but the punishment which has been imprisonment which has been prescribed is for 3 years who has been involved in adultering the food materials, or he has exchanged or substantially lowers the quality of the food, is a person responsible for causing food adulteration. Thank you.